Hey guys, it's Rob the Jersey Spyder. Welcome back to my channel, and we are in, I believe, you guys can see this pretty neat statue marker in honor of the brave patriots of the Revolutionary War. I actually have never noticed this before. I believe we're actually in maybe New Gretna right now, but we will be approaching Smithville, New Jersey, and it's a little shopping village that is off exit 48 southbound on the Parkway, Garden State Parkway, here in Jersey. And I always thought it was a pre-existing old village, but it turns out it was created, I don't know what year it was, but they actually created this little town to mimic an old South Jersey town. So it's a man-made little town, but it's kind of cool looking. It's not original. It's actually, I think it was built, man, I want to say in the 50s maybe. That's a cool little place. So have all you guys been out riding? Today is a beautiful day again. It is, when I left the house it was about 55 degrees, obviously sunny, gorgeous, and yeah, I mean, the temperature could be a little warmer, but I just have my leather coat on with a hoodie underneath it, and I'm fine. A little breezy today. The Garden State Park was kind of pushing me around a little bit, but not too bad. So at some point in this video, I'm going to throw in another little video. And I put a it was a short out. I put, you know, those little YouTube shorts. I put one out, I don't know, it was probably a year and a half ago or whatever it was, maybe 2 years ago, however long. And it really didn't get a whole lot of attention, but it's just going to be a real quick little video, and it's just going to show you how to quick start these. So with the, man, I want to say it was 24 that came out with the Apple CarPlay on these. And so prior to that, the 20s, 21, 22, 23s have this screen, non-Apple CarPlay. And when you turn the key on and it goes to start up, they tell you have to wait, and you have to read the warning card that pops up on the screen before you start it, but you don't really have to do that. And I'll show you that, how to quick start it. For those of you that maybe don't know, or those of you that are going to purchase a 2023 used one or down, show you how to, I don't say bypass it, but I'll show you that in a little bit. I'll throw that clip in here. A little redundant, but like I said, it didn't seem like it got that many views, so I'm just going to re-review it again. Okay guys, so here's the quick tutorial. First of all, make sure your kill switch is on, which I never use that. I only start it and shut it off with the key. But if you do use that, make sure it's in the on position so you can start it. But so normally what you do is you turn the key on, and then you kind of wait until this comes on, the before operating read safety card thing, and then you have to hit the mode button, which is over here. You hit that, and then you come back here, which will clear the display, and then you hit the start button here. Now this is on the 2020s to the 2024, I believe it was, or maybe 23. I don't know what year they switched over to the Apple CarPlay, but anyway, if you have this screen, that's the normal way that people start them. But let me show you a little trick here. Let's turn it back off. As usual, the windshield's going down. Okay, so now the quick way to do this is you turn the key to on. You come over here, hit the mode button, then come over here, hit start. You do not have to wait for that read the safety card message to come up on the screen. You just turn the key to on. You can immediately go over to the mode button, then immediately start and bypass warning for the safety card. All right, that's a quick tutorial. So just do a little cruise around this area. We'll do Smithville. We're going to do a little ride down by the water. I believe the place is called the Oyster Creek Inn. They were actually seen on, I believe it was Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. It was on there. They have these Jersey Devil shrimp that are out of this world. Spicy shrimp, a couple of big giant ones, or 2 or 3 of them on top of a nice bed of coleslaw. Absolutely delicious. And it was on that show back a few years ago. Galloway Township. We just passed a sign for. So I'm still breaking in these new brakes. Since my last video, this is the first time I've been out riding. Had to work all week. I work Monday through Thursday and have Friday, Saturday, Sundays off. So today was a beautiful day to do this. Okay, we're coming up on this guy. I don't know why he's not more on the shoulder here. He should be. Thank you, senor. Okay, so we're going to make a right turn up here into Smithville. Let's do a little drive around this place for you guys. Smithville Inn, food is very good there. I've been to a wedding there, and it was a cool place. Like I said, it's just a little shopping area here. Surprised it's actually this busy for a Friday in April. Oh, you know what it is? The kids are all from school this week in our area, so that's why. The little pond over there they have. I think they have like remote control boats you can run in there. Do a little drive-through. I see people looking. These things get attention, no doubt about it. I'm supposed to go this way. Oh well, too bad. This is a cool little shop. They have neat little things in there. I've been there before. And there's a lake over there. This is a small little man-made lake. Little ride down here. Yeah, it's busy for a Friday here. This is it is surprising, even though the kids are out. Summertime, this place is mobbed. It's a very popular spot. Yeah, look at all the cars here in this parking lot. Wow. Yeah, they have a little train for the kids that rides around the property. And they have all kinds of festivals and concerts here. I think there's like a bed and breakfast there, back a little ways back that way. So if you do have a wedding at the Smithville Inn or what have you, you can house a couple people there. Right down here. The Barn Lodging. I don't know, maybe that's another one. I'm not familiar with that one. Now there's a train. You guys can see it. So if you're ever down this way, again, it's exit 48 over the Parkway. And just follow it right into Smithville as you get off. Nice little place to hang out for a little bit. Okay, I see my one camera shut down and I don't know why. I wonder if it was in the sun and it overheated. But this camera I see has shut down. Alright, well, we're going to do the front facing only for the rest of this ride. Which, speaking of that, I had a couple of people reach out to me for my last video, and the one guy, he doesn't mind me going back and forth a little bit, but the other guy really doesn't care for that. They like the forward-facing ride, so they feel like they're riding the motorcycle as you go along, and you can see, and they can see everything that you can see. So that, you know, I definitely take comments into consideration. I mentioned, of course, if you guys probably follow him, Coach Bob, and you know, he does the back and forth, and I always liked that. I thought it was kind of cool. So I'll do a little bit of both. Obviously today, as of right now, I could fire this back up again, pull over, I guess put a new battery in it or something, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll just do the front facing for the remainder of the video. And I'll tell you what, it's a lot easier to edit, that's for sure. Just one camera. There we go, 6 gear now. So we're going to head now to that Oyster Creek, and we'll take a look at that. Yeah, editing is, I mean, I'm getting better at it, but it just takes time. It's a very time-consuming thing, especially when you're running 2 cameras. It's, again, the more and more I do it, the better. But you have to kind of like, you stack the videos, you got to line up, make sure the time is on. So I'll do like a count down or count up, and then that's where I'll cut both the videos and get rid of the part beforehand, and then start editing from that point. And then when you get done, taking out all the mistakes or pauses that I have or what have you. And that's something I should do one of these times. I should do a video where I don't do any editing, and you'll see how it's pretty interesting, because you just, like I mentioned before, you get times where you're on, you don't know what to talk about anymore. It's interesting. But anyway, so they're stacked now. Now what you do is you cut things out equally from both the videos at the same time. And then what you have to do when you get done doing that, then you have to extract the audio, which with CapCut it's very easy to do. So you extract the audio out of the video, and then you take little pieces out of either video, whichever one you want, however they're stacked, whichever ones that originally had the audio, you take little pieces out, and that's how it goes back and forth, looking at me, looking out, looking at me, looking out. So it's time consuming. It's, I don't know if you guys really realize that. For those of you that don't do this motovlogging thing, I love doing it. It's time consuming. Yeah, this restaurant coming up is in the middle of nowhere, at the end of a road. And there used to be, we'll see if they're still there. There used to be some houses down here. There might still be some, but a lot of them got totaled from Hurricane Sandy. And a little wooden bridge here. And I think they just demoed them and got rid of them. Somehow the restaurant survived. Which this restaurant sits over top. Part of it sits over the, whatever this creek is that it's. I don't think I've been here in, I haven't dined here in like 2 years, so. Maybe they fixed it by now, I don't know. We shall see. Alright, so this is it. There's a boat there, a fishing boat. You can dock and dine here, but for me to get here, it's not worth the cost of the fuel by boat to try to get here. Yeah, so here's some of these homes. Yeah, this one's like flooded underneath. And they do sit over top of the water some. All right, looks like a cool old fishing village, which which it used to be. Actually, it still is. There's a couple of, going the other direction up the creek, there's, I know there's some smaller fishing boats up there, so it's kind of neat. Like something you'd see in the movie Jaws or something, right? Very, very New England. We'll turn around here. I don't know if these people live here year-round or they're just seasonal. Got me. It's kind of neat. He probably just put his boat in recently, I would think. Yeah, if you look, try to pull up a little further up here. I can see like crab traps up there. So that's, yeah, there's several, couple garvies up there. I'll try to zoom it in a little bit, but it's, yeah, it's still active fishing. Yeah, this place, again, like during the summer, get here early, otherwise, you know, you're going to have like an hour and a half wait or so. Food is phenomenal there. Ooh, where that goes. Again, like you guys watching, like, you know, I've always said that people have this image of New Jersey being oil refineries and the airport, because if you fly in, that's what you see in lovely Newark, New Jersey, and it looks horrible. But that is not what New Jersey is about. This is the real New Jersey. The Pine Barrens. It's beautiful down here. But yeah, we have the problem with New Jersey is we got 35 impoverished cities that we have to pay for in this state, and it's an expensive state, and I don't know. But it's also a beautiful state when you get away from the city, so. It's got a bad reputation, New Jersey, but it is beautiful if you know where to go. So these machines, when you shift, I find 6th gear. That's the topic for a little bit of a conversation. When do you switch into 6th gear? So, I mean, if you do it too soon, you can feel it. It's not smooth when you shift into it. So, in 4th, I'm in 5th. I think it seems best for myself, and maybe some of these run a little different. I don't know, but for me, it seems best to switch into 6th gear at around 53 miles per hour to 55 in that ballpark, probably closer to 55. It seems to be the smoothest when you switch into 5th gear at that, or 6th gear rather, at that point. What do you guys find? I mean, if I'm just casually shifting, I usually shift. My shift points will be like around 2,800 RPMs. But in that area, if I'm driving residential or whatever, you know, in a 30, like here, this kind of road, it's like 40 miles per hour. You know, if I'm getting on a highway or whatever, I rev it out some. I mean, and everybody should do that. These are meant to do it. They rev out to 8,100 RPMs, which I've never gotten, I don't think, close to that. But just, you know, a lot of bamboo. But just casual driving, I wind up shifting at around 2,800 in that ballpark. But again, I think the 6th gear, though, you gotta, I don't know, it's gotta be in 5th gear and be like maybe 3,300 RPMs in 5th gear before you switch into 6th, which is like around, I think it's like around 53 to 55 in that ballpark. Anyway, that's what I find best. I don't know what works for you guys. If you want to comment. I'm gonna take a left up here when I hit the traffic light. I don't know if I ever actually went north of this, or rather south of this traffic light, so I'll just take a little ride, see where it goes, and turn around. It is pleasant today. Wow. That's an old Wawa. Wow. Yeah, an unedited video might be kind of funny to do. I don't know whether I'll actually do that or not, but it's like I said, there's a lot of times where I just go silent. I guess I could put music to it as I ride along. Like me just speaking now, I'm going to cut a little bit in between because I'm just not saying anything. And I don't want to bore you guys, and I don't want the video to be too long to bore you guys. But unedited would be funny because you get tongue twisted sometimes, tongue tied when you're talking. And so what I'll do is if that happens, I'll pause for a second and then repeat what I said correctly, and then I'll cut out where I screwed up. And I know we all do it. All us moto vloggers wind up doing that. You can't help it. Family Dollars, Dollar Generals, popping up everywhere. So I just watched a video by my buddy S.I. Riker today. He put out a pretty thorough video of his pros and cons and experiences with his little Riker he's got. And if you guys are considering one of those over the Spyder, or maybe you want one as a secondary vehicle, I would recommend watching that video. Pretty informative. I think I mentioned at some point I took the Can Am course to learn how to ride these things, and that's what they gave us. They had like 8 brand new Rikers, and that's what I trained on. And I mean they're real low to the ground. There's no shifting with them. The CVT does everything. There's no shifting, and they're fun to ride. You kind of feel like you're on like a little go-kart kind of thing. They're neat. They're really cool. But like he says, if you're thinking of buying one of those, maybe over these, and you think that maybe you're going to tour with it, he doesn't really recommend that. They're more for shorter rides, but they're a blast. Anyway, watch his video if you're interested in that or whatever. He's pretty informative. Anyway, guys, I think I'll end this little video here. I appreciate you riding along with me. And as always, if you're thinking about getting one of these, used, new, what have you, make your dreams come true and go get one of these because they are fun. And as always, stay happy, healthy, and we will see you guys on the next video. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.